Hello, this is a teaser video for this coming Sunday, May 12th, which is Mother's Day. And those who were there this past Sunday know I was talking about a little bit about raising children and the lessons we're teaching our children, which was from Proverbs. Today's verse is also from Proverbs. It's Proverbs 31, verses 25 through 29. Proverbs 31, verses 21 through 29. And it's actually kind of a description of a mother and all the things about her. So, as in typical for those who are doing my teaser videos, I want you to think as you read those verses what words jumped out at you and why. I'm assuming which words jump out at you, maybe something that your mother instilled upon you or something you think about when you think about your mother. So that's the first thing I want you to look at is what does that instill on you when you read this description of a mother? Now, you got to remember in Scripture, biblical times, usually mothers were stay-at-home mothers. We know in today's world we have a lot of working mothers. So in my opening, I kind of looked at some of the top 10 gifts for mothers, and I looked at how much how much would a stay-at-home mother be paid based on all the jobs and tasks they do. You might want to do that for a little bit of fun and just think of all the different tasks maybe a stay-at-home mother does. But when we think about working mothers too, you still have some of those expectations of a stay-at-home mom while you're also working full-time. And you think about single mothers who may not have a spouse helping out around the house or helping out with the child, it can even be more overwhelming. So as you look at these verses, again, what words jump out at you? How do you think God looks at or rates a mother? Now, we know in the collective culture in biblical times that women and children were not really counted as equals to the men. But here you have God's vision of what the mother is. And do you think that's against what the norm of the culture was at the time? A lot of you know I don't like my biblical translations to be politically correct in the Old Testament, because I think when we see the political correctness, we see Jesus elevating women in the New Testament and in his ministry. And the fact when they talk about feeding the 5,000, feeding the 4,000, they're not counting women and children. But yet you see here in Proverbs of chapter 31, verses 25 through 29, where God sees the mother of the household and women. So not a lot of digging in on your part, but more of a lot of reflection and thinking. What words jumped out? Why? How do they go with what your mother did for you? And then kind of think about all the things a mother does, especially a stay-at-home mom. And even when we start thinking about our working moms, they should bring up some things to talk about in my Sunday school class, but also some things to think about as I get ready to touch this topic on Sunday. So there's going to be a little bit of repetition about parents raising children with this past Sunday, but this week we'll be focusing more on the mother. So until then, enjoy the rain that's replenishing our water tables. Take care, and I'll see you on Sunday.